Well, the last day of school is less than 2 weeks away, and for many kids, that means summer camp is just around the corner. Well, thank you for staying with us. I'm Erin LeBeau.
And I'm Tamsin Fidel. Well, there are a lot of benefits to summer camp, whether it's sleepaway or just a day camp. And here's a list from the YMCA. Kids first develop lifelong skills. Camp also promotes independence and teaches them teamwork. And it also keeps them engaged when school is out, builds their self-esteem, and it nurtures friendships.
Yeah, but while camp is exciting, it also comes with some nervousness for some that can lead to anxiety, which could hinder their summer fun. So joining us now, pediatrician and author of Calm and Confident Parenting, Dr. Allison Mitzner. She has some tools for parents on how you can prepare your children in advance to ease their anxieties. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So before we get to your tips, tell us, how can a parent tell if their child is ready for camp, especially sleepaway camp?
Yes. So there's the obvious. Some kids are just super excited and eager and asking to go, but most kids are not. So what you can look for sleepaway, have they had successful overnights? Are they comfortable sleeping over at a friend's or a grandparent? You want to see that they're independent with their daily activities, and they're also confident in learning new things, because as you mentioned, they'll be doing all these things at sleepaway camp or regular camp.
Yeah, I like the tips you have. So let's go through some of those, starting off with let your child feel ownership over their own experience. So it's interesting. How can parents do that?
Okay. So if you haven't picked out the camp, you can involve them in the process of doing that. But you can also get them involved in familiarizing them actually with the camp activities and the camp environment, get them in the packing to help them with the shopping, all these things that they're going to do for sleepaway camp, get the gear with them and really get them excited about it. And that really helps with any stress and anxiety.
Okay, so in preparation for camp, you say there are a few words or phrases that you should avoid. What are they?
So you don't want to say, don't worry, or there's no reason to be nervous, there's no reason to be scared. You really don't want to minimize their feelings. You want them to know what they're feeling is real and valid.
And your third tip has to do with how parents handle kids' concerns. So what should they say instead of there's nothing to worry about, and, to just make them feel a little bit better about it? Because there's nothing scarier than not knowing what to expect as an adult, more or less being a child.
That's exactly. So what you do want to do, like I said, you just want to let them know that the feelings are valid. Listen without judgment, be empathetic, and you should open start the conversation and for them, and ask them, even if they seem excited. Kids don't really express their emotions so well. So ask them, is there anything that's making you a little nervous or fearful? I know with my own child, she's super confident starting this year, but when I actually asked her, there were one or two things. So if you find out what that is, work with them, give them the tools, they feel a lot less anxious, and know that maybe limit that fear that they might be having.
Great.
So speaking of some of the tools, you say it might be helpful to do a dry run, and what are some ways to do that with your child?
Yeah, I think one of the best is sort of with the readiness signs. Let them do a sleepover, stay with a relative or a friend or a grandparent, and they'll spend more time apart from their parents and feel more independent and a lot more confident when they're going off to camp.
All right, your last tip is about the goodbye. So what should parents absolutely not do? And it looks like we're seeing it up there on the screen, but what should you avoid doing if you're a parent when it comes to saying goodbye?
Lingering by the bus. Make it short,
like
quick.
Running.
Yes, quick hug, goodbye, kiss. Because the more you linger, it would really just increase that anxiety.
Touching the window.
Yes, because true, your anxiety the kids will sense that too.
Sure.
And so the more anxious you are, the more anxious they be. So stay upbeat, positive. Some parents will tear up and cry, so try and hold that back until after they leave.
I don't want to let you go.
I'll never let go.
They'll love it. Yeah.
All right, one more question before we let you go. What are some tips for parents who might feel a little uneasy about sending the little one off?
There are, and that's quite common, especially first-time parents that are sending them off, or even if they've been there before. So there's questions that come up in sleepaway if they're nervous, their kid's shy and not going to meet people, or what about a medical emergency, or their kid, they're for sure is never going to write a letter. How do they communicate? So getting your questions getting answers to those questions can really help relieve any anxiety you're having. So talk to other parents, talk to the camp directors, And the more answers that you have, and the more calm and confident you will feel.
Sure,
and then all this, yeah. And I was going to say all the other things that you can do for yourself in any situation when you have stress or anxiety. Eat right, get a lot of sleep, and stay well rested. Exercise, all those things that you would do for yourself, and know that they're really going to enjoy themselves and they're in good hands.
Yeah, so important for parents to feel good about the experience too. Well, Dr. Mitzner, thanks so much for joining us on this Friday and sharing these tips. Super important, especially for this time of year.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right.